very good evening, everybody. Welcome once again to Charlottesville, Virginia, where we are now 4 games into this 2014-15 season, tonight being the 4th game as the Cavaliers will see their stiffest test here of this young season as the Colonials of George Washington come to town. As fans are making their way into the building for what figures to be a heck of a ball game tonight, Ted.
It's Friday night college basketball. What a great matchup we have tonight. 2 teams that were in the NCAA tournament last year. 2 teams that are a lot of veterans that come to the floor. It's number 9 Virginia against George Washington.
Well, here come the Hoos on the ensuing possession. Anderson goes into the air, misses the shot, but he follows it up, extends that long left arm up and taps it right back up and in Virginia. Strikes first, it's 2-0. Entry pass to Larson, he gets it back, swings it around opposite wing. Here's a 3-point try, and that is up, and it is good as Keithan Savage drills it from the opposite wing right.
An inconsistent Cavalier start from the field played into the Colonials' hot hands as Virginia found itself trailing for only the 2nd time in this young season.
They're a physical team. It reminds me, and it's similar of like when Coach Skinner was at Boston College, that tight flex. There's 10 guys mashing in the lane. Sometimes it looks like rugby with a basketball. You know, you're in there and there's screening and grinding, and I don't know if the physicality knocked us back a little bit where we were a little fatigued or anxious, and that maybe shows up sometimes at the line or quick shots or things there. But when you go against that tight flex, know how physical it is, it takes a little bit to get used to, and they run it well and tight.
The physical visitors from the nation's capital imposed their will early, the lead ballooning to 7 points. Their hard-nosed inside play and a spark from a familiar source kept the struggling Cavaliers within striking distance at the break.
Into the front court, London Parentes directing traffic with 2:44 to play. Here's a lob pass to Anderson, who throws it down with a reverse dunk. Oh, it was a thing of beauty. The Cavaliers back to within 3.
The athletic plays that he's able to come up with, the creativity with the reverse dunk on the alley-oop, that was nasty.
The first one was just him reading it, me seeing him. He's always pointing up. A lot of the time it's not there when he points, but it was there that time. And I just threw it up. I threw it a little bit short, but he caught it and put it in.
We were fortunate to be down 4. They scored in the paint. They got what they wanted, and our offense just didn't match what we needed to. It was very impatient, so that was troublesome. But what I did like in the second half, have a bit more patience, try to get it inside, touch the paint, and sustain a little more defensively. On that side of the ball was better.
Virginia proved to be a quick study, determined not to fall victim to the same mistakes of the first stanza. A second-half run fueled by the stifling pack line is quickly becoming a Cavalier calling card.
Here comes Virginia on the other side of things. Parentes stumbled but held on to his dribble before feeding to Anderson on the right wing. Justin pulls up just behind the free throw line. He was fouled as the shot goes high off the back of the iron and in. He's got a chance at a 3-point play. Justin comes away pumped in his fists. Why not? Here's Gill feeding down low to Brogdon. Brogdon puts the shot up, and it's goaltended underneath by Garino.
You know, getting to the basket, getting to the elbows, and continuing to play inside out, not settling for jump shots. I think we only took 9 threes tonight. They've been falling a lot in the past games, but tonight we tried to play through our bigs.
George Washington true freshman Yutu Watanabe cut the Virginia lead to just 1 possession, but the Colonials would draw no closer as Virginia's first-half catalyst struck once again, closing the door on the upset bid.
Here's Anderson on the other end of the floor. He's got it on the near wing left. He'll feed Nolte. Nolte with a head fake, gets his man in the air. Wide open 3, missed it too strong, but Anderson soars out of nowhere to plunge it right back in. Simba comes flying out of the rafters for another highlight reel dunk.
I was on the bench. He just came out of nowhere. I saw him gathering. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to it. He jumped. He's long and athletic and caught it and put it in. It was pretty amazing.
The second one I think was my favorite just because I haven't had a tip dunk like that in a while. So that was pretty sweet, but it happened. I'm enjoying it. I move on. We have our next opponent ready. And it was a lot of emotion. Me knowing my friend from high school, Darion, the crowd was outrageous. So we just had to settle in, and I think that's what we did in the second half.
Glad we have a day off tomorrow. That's what I figured out. Playing that many games in that short of time, and in a team like this on that that fourth game on that 8th day, you knew you'd have to be ready. So the fact that they rallied in the second half and handled some adversity, so the ability to say, all right, can we be steady? And when it's wobbling a little bit, missing free throws, getting out tough, to be able to bounce back was a good sign. And that's also a credit to the atmosphere. That was nice to have that atmosphere this early in the season, and that, again, is important for us.
Spell it down. This is going to be a quality win for the Cavaliers here tonight. Brogdon driving the lane, scoops that one up and in as he knifes his way through the defense. There's the final horn. It was complete domination here in our final half from the John Paul Jones Arena.